He is golf's ultimate networker. Meet Peter Baglieri, Global Enterprise Manager at NetApp. From Wall Street stars to business tycoons, Pete has played with them all. Leadership on the links to keeping profits in the green. Pete chats up with the big guns as he plays a round of golf, networking better and more effectively than anywhere in boardrooms. There's not a course around New York where Pete hasn't played or taken clients to do some business on the links. He is the special guest on Tee Off with Shelly Chopra. Pete, thanks so much for joining us. It's such pleasure having you here and being here at the Alsi Golf Club outside of New York. It gets prettier just by the Hudson. First off, what got you into golf? Because you're really a man who not only looks at managing, but looks at using sport to manage.
Well, I love sports in general. Growing up, I always played golf and tennis and loved to do the sport. And as I got older with business, I just found that more and more people enjoyed being out doing sports. So once you get them either on the golf course, on the tennis courts, or anywhere, they really enjoy being out there with you. It lets people show who they are, and over time you become true friends, not clients.
So a few anecdotes then about how you decided to be a part of the game and how you managed to use it to network, which is primarily your responsibility at the company.
Well, I think everyone wants to talk about leadership, and people want to be around with people doing better things, giving to charities and doing things for others. So golf is a way to meet people, spend time, really know who they are. And by the time you're done playing golf, you know if you want to go play again with them. And if so, you have a friend for a long time.
Share with us some of the big events that you've been part of and you look forward to every year.
Probably one of the best events I've been to. I went to the Masters a couple years ago. It was great. I've never been to the Masters before. I was able to take clients to the Masters with the company that I work with, NetApp, great company. And it was an amazing couple days. Of course, I've always dreamed about as a kid going, and being able to go there was a special event for me as well as the guests that we took.
What is the one thing that you think golf teaches you and something that you've used in your own experience?
Well, I think you learn a lot about honesty on the golf course. You're spending a lot of time. You're spending a minimum of 4 hours playing golf, probably an hour getting there, an hour afterwards, and you really understand who they are. And you meet some great people. You start out not really knowing who they are. By the end of the day, most of the time you're friends with almost everyone, and you know whether you'd like to spend time with them and who they are.
A little bit about the players that you've played with, both on during tournaments and more importantly when you've had a chance to network with them.
The most interesting golfer that I've played with, I had the pleasure of playing 3 times with, was Nick Price. He was a fabulous guy. I was a guest of a company years ago, and from there I made friends with him, and as I traveled down to Florida, I get to play with him down there at his course, and I've also got to see him play at the US Open at Wingfoot.
If there was one course that you want to play and you haven't yet, which one would you pick?
Well, I had the distinct pleasure of playing Cyprus this year, which was amazing. Of course, I do want to play, I want to play Augusta.
A little bit about NetApp and how it's trying to grow with the whole big data revolution coming up.
NetApp is a fabulous company. I've been with them for 4 years. NetApp's a big part of big data. As you know, everything is getting stored today. Cloud computing is the big buzzword today, and NetApp is currently doing business with over 95% of our Fortune 100 customers.
Pete, you already work with companies like Tata and Cognizant. What do you think is sort of the scope there? Because you're looking at media, a very dynamic field within the company.
Yeah, I think Indian companies are a big part of the company of NetApp today. We work with Tata, we work with Cognizant, and more companies are outsourcing. They're playing a bigger part in our companies in the United States, and we work with them every day as companies are spending a lot more money overseas today.
You know, I noticed that you're looking at writing a book. There'll be a lot of interesting correlations that go when it comes to sport, management, and of course, just networking and growing the business. Where do you think the common thread is, and what has been your experience in that space?
I love tennis. I was a tennis pro growing up, not a great one, but I enjoyed doing it. And I played college tennis. And the US Open, I do an event every year for the Peter C. Alderman Foundation, a charity that I sit on the board. And over the last 7 years, I've held an event there for the US Open that we raise money for the charity. And the same group of people love to come every year. And it's become a regular event that people look forward to.
Pete, it's such pleasure having you here with us on the show, and we do hope to get you back again on Tee Off with me, Shelly Chopra, sometime in the future after your book is through.